I'm Dave Gragan. I'm the Chief Procurement Officer for Washington, D.C. Thankful to have you all here this morning. We do have an agenda. I think everyone's got a copy of it. And without further ado, I'd like to recognize and introduce our City Administrator, Dan Tangherlini, who will give some opening remarks.
Obviously, the guy who works for me started clapping first, but I just really want to express the thanks and appreciation on behalf of the government of the District of Columbia, our mayor, Adrian M. Fenty, as well as the citizens for your coming together to work with us on this important and exciting project. Let me talk a little bit, and since I'm the first guy, I get to start way up at 30,000 feet, and I know that this discussion will get down to probably about 3 feet by the end of the meeting. But I really think we need to talk a little bit about how important and frankly exciting this opportunity is. I'll start with the importance, and this is where I might sound a little hokey, but with the Capitol Dome in the background, I think that this is a good setting for it. There is nothing more important than a government does than protecting its citizens, and the police powers that we vest in our police department are the most awesome powers that you can vest as a government in any individual, in any organization, in a free democracy. The Metropolitan Police Department has the ability and has the right and has the charge to deny people the fundamental reason we created this country, and that's their freedom through arrest and prosecution. Key to maintaining that freedom, key to maintaining that balance between security and freedom is the ability then for our judicial system to work. And key for the judicial system to work is the ability for us to make prosecution cases and for us to have defense. Part of prosecution and defense, and you don't have to watch a lot of CSI shows to know this, is evidence. Evidence that the police department collects in terms of their investigations, evidence that's presented at cases to either make the case that someone needs to be pay the price for what they've done against society and therefore protect society further, or evidence that can actually clear someone's name and allow them to regain their freedoms. What we've done with evidence here in Washington, D.C. is not different from what's happened in many cities and many jurisdictions across the country. There are over 20,000 different law enforcement agencies in the United States. And frankly, not a single one of them is really a strong role model for how to manage and control evidence. The fact is that the police department is not, one of their core competencies is not logistics and materials management. It simply isn't. And what we want to do in this exciting opportunity is explore what the absolute best of the best is out there in areas other than law enforcement for logistics and materials management. Now, what we're dealing with is goods and material that is incredibly important. Literally, lives hang on the balance of this material. And so in that sense, it's incredibly valuable. But we'll learn more about how it's managed, how it comes in, how it comes out. The way we've managed it traditionally has not really, frankly, reflected the value and importance of it. And I think in many ways has possibly hampered our ability to make cases as strongly as we can. We've embarked on a $250 million project to build a world-class forensic laboratory. Building a world-class evidence management warehouse is key to that laboratory being successful, and key for us really to build a world-class police department and give people the sense of safety and security that they deserve here in the nation's capital. What's exciting about this opportunity, other than the importance that I just laid out, is the way we want to go about it. We've reached out to you, and we'll reach out to others who are frankly the experts in logistics and materials management, and we're going to ask you to come and bring your ideas that you've learned throughout the marketplace. We want to tap into the tens of thousands of people who manage goods and materials every day and develop commercial off-the-shelf systems and apply them to this problem. What we're not interested necessarily in doing is going around and asking other law enforcement agencies how to do this. We're interested in asking other people who manage large amounts of valuable goods, how do they do it in the marketplace, particularly in the competitive marketplace, where their very existence of an organization can be challenged by their ability to do this well. That's not something the police department ever has to worry about. So what we are interested in is you giving us best practices. It's one of the key tenets of the Fenty administration, bringing those best practices and showing how we can apply commercial, off-the-shelf, readily available technology to this unique and special problem. The next element of that, frankly, is if you solve this problem for us in a way that brings us into this century, you have 20,000 other places where you can go and market this solution. Because, again, we don't think that while we're doing anything different than other law enforcement agencies, we don't think that this is really a nut that's been cracked in the past in this particular way. Another exciting thing that we're hoping to do with this project is to kind of belie the sense that anything the government does is going to be long and slow and costly and difficult. We want to make the prime system for us having an interaction and ongoing dialogue around this to be web-based. We've created a website. You'll hear from our Chief Technology Officer about that. This session will be recorded and uploaded to that website. We'll be looking for an ongoing set of questions and answers through that website. We'll be posting information relative to this project to that website. And so what we're going to ask then is using real-time technology, a real-time transfer of information and technology to actually move this project forward in lightning speed. Because the fact is that we have over 4 million pieces of evidence. They're not being stored the way they should be, the way they need to be right now. And until we get that solution in place, we still have that problem. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to David Gragan, who will lay out some of the general elements of the procurement. Again, I want to thank you for your participation in this important and exciting project. I look forward to seeing what comes of this discussion. I actually really look forward to seeing the final solution, the one that delivers us the kind of evidence management that we deserve as the nation's capital. So thank you very much. I look forward to working with all of you.